out with
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Turtle Island. Good morning, everywhere you can hear us from.
Missionac.
Yeah, Paguita. Today, I think we're just going to have a little roundtable discussion, things to talk about, things to look forward to. With myself, Brian Misto. We'll do a quick little introduction. I'm Brian Misto right here. We'll head over to the left here. Go for it, man.
Hello, my name is Randall Lewis. How are you guys all doing this morning? It's a beautiful day outside, no matter how you look at it. It's beautiful, man. But hopefully we have good discussions today, and let's go, boys.
I think we will.
Hello, my name is Ronald Harper. It's good to be here. Thanks to Fraser for reaching out to me and the boys here. It's good to have a talk and good to be a part of this. I'm a father, working man in our oil field up north, but I took some time off. I've been up there for past 11 years, and I just took a change and started working as a men's cultural support here at Wellness. And I'm just learning to walk in a good way, for my kids, for our women, my partner, and for our community, and most importantly, just for myself.
Right on.
I've been through my fair share of storms. I've learned that healing starts when we start talking, especially as men. And speaking about mental health, I know I was supposed to be here last week, but I had some stuff to do, and they told me about this. And yeah, I just talking about fatherhood, breaking cycles, and learning how to protect and respect our women in a good way.
Right on.
Yes.
Yep.
Good points, key points right there. Good to have you come in here.
Yep. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
All right. Hello, Tanche. On Missionac, Turtle Island. Tamskatna kakyo. Nanas komuno tepe tapmagik niste sakoten simsak. And today I was asked a week ago, and I was like, Fraser approached me and with good strides. And all along, I've been looking forward even to come sitting here with you guys. But I come in, say hello, and here finally gives me the opportunity to come sit down with his nanas komon. Tapos, kami kiska kumay tatogis kami gusya nanas komon. Don't mind me talking in Korea. I'd like to talk in English, but we're broken English. So nanas komon. We tapmagik our brothers and sisters here. And Anuj, I want to talk about how I became to the spot. It took me 5 years. 5 years. I attended wellness programs, gave me a direction. I was lost for a long time, walking around with no intention, especially with the credentials I got. I'm an artisan. I'm a local artist. 30 years. I sat down thinking about how long I've been painting. And it's time for me to bring it out in form to the community. And sitting with wellness gave me a direction back to our cultural values. I just recently went on a men's camping trip. That was the best. It woke me up. Every morning when I went out and woke up with the boys making coffee, then I'm grateful for another day. There's a purpose for us, so that's what I'm seeking. And I would like to discuss further with the boys. Aho, nanas komuni.
Hey,
Right on.
Yasin.
Nice.
Yes.
So with today now, you wanted to bring something up today, right? You got some topics that we wanted to
Yes.
touch on a little bit. So before we get into that, I just want to make a quick little announcement for November 3rd. I think we're going to be having what do you call a panel discussion. You're going to be on board with that. You're going to be on board with that.
Yes, I'm in.
Randall's on board. Kim's on board. So it'll be a good thing.
Yes.
But I mean, maybe we'll touch on that a little bit later on here.
Yeah.
But let's go to your topic. Let's go to your topic,
Yeah.
and we'll we'll talk about that for a bit.
Okay. In 2004, I attended a artisans program in Lac La Biche, and I did a boo-boo. I should have completed. I had the fundamental. I was committed, but I was suffering from alcohol. So that's where I got turned off the other way. But I was still attending. And then I applied for a student loan and I received it. But they needed my tuition paid for. I was on a loan base. So I had to withdraw. So there was my chance years ago. But at the time, I realized I had an addiction. So I worked on it and I suffered for the longest time. Then finally, I had a turnaround in life, and it's not the turnaround people expect. I suffered gunshots. One remains in my heart. The first one blew the finger off, and I suffered 5. So I started thinking 5 years. 5 years changed. And today I realized what's at stake. Nanas komune pe wapata mane keskin kusyan. So today I seen this program in the community, and I thought to myself, I wonder if I'm a person for this. And yet I am, but I didn't know because I was lost in the mix for a long time. As it went every day, I started thinking about our reserve, our community. There's so much talent in the reserve. Every day when I go out, I look for artists, the way they talk, and it taught me things. Our cultural values were at stake. So I dug into it. Today I looked at the overall, our treaty signing, our treaty gatherings, our community. Mistahe Maskwa. Kiano. Over the Cubs. Anuchekwa ekwenstona man, what to bring out. And I thought about it all along. Tourism site. We need an identity of our community. The treaty signing, Big Bear, Mistahe Maskwa, Kiano Kwana, Utakitaskino. I want to talk to people about that, but I will share more on November 3rd. Today, I just want to talk about how I got to this fact. I attended wellness for 3 years to 4 years, every day as a participant, to go talk to our community, especially the brothers and sisters coming out of the system. I tried saying, this is where I went. This is where you need to go with your talent. But this is the road I took to get there. I started with Wellness Center, identifying. I started taking therapy with therapists. And it was tough because I never dealt with emotions of my own, in my own identity, without the influence of drugs or alcohol. Anuche gananas ko mon ewapati gusyan. Especially getting invited to 7 Jan, nanas ko mon, that's a big smile.
Yes.
What were key things that made you want to change? You know what I mean? Like something that you want to share?
The key things that changed my life was to love myself.
Yeah.
That was the most important, was kasagi swan. So I could love my family, my mom, my dad, Niste Shak, Nasim Shak, Tutem Nawakakyo, our family, relatives. Every day I walked with a vengeance because of what I went through, and I was bringing it to the community, and it wasn't the right, proper way. So I sat down. The key element was, I would believe, Wellness Center gave me an identity. They helped me. They helped me secure my emotions. It's even right now. Right now I'm shy, but I'm not. It's just that sitting around in the regular settings like this is what I need. With your guys' input, it helps me. But like you say, the key points, I suffer from, what is that? The normal illness everybody has, ADHD.
ADHD.
Yeah, see, I don't even know how to say it right. But today, My key elements, I don't know how to, you got to define it, bro.
Well, you know what? From my perspective of you,
Yeah,
when I first met you,
yeah,
yeah, I saw that you were lost, right? And
Yeah.
then gradually along the way there, remember that conversation that we had at
yes.
at
the
Fort
swan-
Pitt
Yep,
when we were tearing down? It was just me and you there.
yep,
And then we had a good talk right there. And then
Yes.
you were telling me, I want to change my ways. I want to do this. I want to do that. And that was 2 years ago. And now I see you, right? Oh, man, it's a big difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
thank
also,
you.
another thing I want to say,
Yeah,
the past doesn't define your future. You leave that past behind. That's what people need to
Yes.
realize, right?
Yep.
That's not us anymore. That
yes.
was us, but that's not us anymore. We
Yeah.
are looking to the future now. We are trying to live better lives for
Yeah.
ourselves and for our families. That is how I see it,
Uh-huh.
right? And I see that. And you're
Thank
doing a
you.
great job, and I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you, brother.
Yes.
The Nashkum na.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff, man.
And then and another thing is that what I did what I want to do is bring in a proposal to the community, the chief and council. I don't want to benefit anything out of it. I just want them to start something for our community instead of all this propaganda they're talking about. Campaign is right now. We don't need to think about anything on that, but whoever gets elected that's where the proposal is going to go into. And I'm going to leave it with them. I want to bring in a structure, a tourism site, which will all apply stores for our community. We have a lot of artisans. We have a lot of vendors people can put up. We need a big building. We need a museum. We have artists all over.
So how about this? I have an idea. How
Yeah.
about we get all these artists together
Yes.
and then we have like an art show.
Art show.
How about
Yeah,
that?
I was thinking
We
the
could
same
do
thing,
one.
yeah,
We
art
could
show.
do one night like that. Get
Yes.
all the artists together, showcase their talents,
Yes.
and then they could come out and look at the pictures or whatever you guys draw. That would
Yeah.
be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be. Like right now, we're attending a BEST program. It's a business entrepreneur skills training program for the community. There was 40 seats, but there's only 30 coming down to less now. But whoever remains in there, that is our goal. We want to bring an identity, especially right now. Right now, Nanash, come on, this T-shirt sister made for me, Tammy Woodstone.
That's
Hey, right
beautiful,
on.
man.
Yes, thank you.
Shout
bro.
out to Tammy for the
Yeah.
t-shirt.
That's
I
nice.
just love it. I just had a real big smile coming on the way, all the way here. It's like, oh, imagining what opportunities the community we can bring.
Right?
Yes, and that's the cultural values, everything, tan hiding, everything I want to bring to community. But first and foremost, I want to bring a proposal to community to the chief and council with the help of my colleagues, my classmates. I'm sure they'll give me a better perception to talk. I need my classmates because right now we're forming. We're on our second week of our program. So right now we're identifying what we need to do, and we're
Mhm.
forming a group. So everything is going good right now. Nanash Kamun. And furthermore, I'm looking forward to November 3rd too because
Hey,
I
right
want to
on.
tell my
Oh,
story.
yes. Oh,
I
yeah.
want to tell my story of what changed my life.
Yeah.
I mean, that is going to be interesting. That's because I went to two other worlds
Yeah.
and I woke up back on Earth.
That's the thing that that'll really help a lot of people, right?
Yes,
The
it
people
will.
that were lost, they talk about
Yes,
their
yes.
journeys, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
that gives them how do you say that?
Oh,
A map, a map, right?
Patigisi,
Yeah, a map of how to go upon it, right? That to
Yeah.
help them, because there's a lot of resources that people can use.
Yep.
There's a
Mhm.
lot of resources that people can utilize, but we need to get the word out on that.
Apuera.
Yes, and this
especially-
is perfect that we're doing it on here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I was contemplating to come or not, but I already gave him a commitment and I was like, oh. And I thought about, they told me what to write down. I said, I'm not going to write down.
Yeah.
I'm just going to come out and talk.
Speak from the heart. Usually works.
And yes, and especially speaking fluently.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so used to being fluent with everybody on the community. Tansya, Toya. You know, that's our common. Moya, how you doing on Facebook? We tap the letters, but in reality,
It's different. It's
yes,
different when it's like face to face like this.
Yeah.
At least you
Yeah.
get a
yeah,
you get a sense of the energy, right? It's not
Yeah.
like you're picking up your phone and it's like you could be
Yeah.
any face at any time when you're
uh-huh.
not in that setting. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like it's different when you're face to face. You made a good point right there.
There's
Yes.
a lot of artists that want to get out there, right?
Yes,
So
there is. Yes,
there's a
there
lot
is.
of people that just want to take the next step, like myself too. I've
Yep.
always been an artist, but I
Yep.
never knew how to go about it. I just,
Yeah.
my kids' crayons, pencils, they're there. And they just say, "Whoa, Dad, you know how to draw?" And I'm
Yep.
like, "Yeah, I know how to draw a little bit." I always wanted to take that step, with
Yes.
any type of canvas, anything.
Anything.
And you just get lost in it. You just
Yes.
get lost in
Yep.
it, and it's therapeutic in its own way.
Therapeutic to the fact. Yes.
How does it help you stay grounded? And
Stay grounded. When I'm painting, as soon as I start my brush, I forget about everything in general, because I'm concentrating on what I want people to see,
yeah,
and I speak through my art. I don't put symbols of just that have no direction. Just like right here, the buffalo. Ute Pasqua Mustas Piano. Uta Mistahe Masqua. The white spirit bears. The white
Mhm.
spirit, the kind of the buffalo. Pukti koi. And sorry about that, bro. But I also wanna what you're mentioning is I wanna bring a cultural event, art class, programming, recreation, sewing, graphic design, everything that includes it as an artisan. I want to teach. I want to have a class. That's my goal. Is I want to teach artists because there's so much fluent diversity. You don't know what you're capable of. To give you a piece of paper and a pen, I can imagine what you can do with that if you're in a 12 by 8 cell like
Yeah.
growing up.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
styles out there, right?
Yes.
I've seen a lot of styles of drawings and
Yeah.
paintings and all this like crafts, all this stuff. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And so people young and old, if we do this, if we do that showcase, people young and old can
Yes.
bring in a picture, and we will probably stream it and then get their names out there. This is how we're gonna do it, right?
Yep.
I would say so. Yeah. I
Yeah.
would say so. I think streaming
Yes.
it would be a really good idea.
And
I
that
think
is
that's
a
a
good-
really good idea. That's
Yes.
A good way to
Yeah.
get their names out like that.
Yes.
sure.
even when you're doing the art itself, and like how you're talking about how it helped you right on your path,
Yep.
it'll create a space,
It
not
does.
just for
It
men,
does.
for all types, like
It-
for women, for children,
Yep.
just to come there and talk and
Yes,
talk about
it's-
things that they don't talk about.
That's what I want to is like my main goal is to because identity recreation is tourism. A lot of my classmates from 2004 right away knew there's an establishment in every community. What's your history? And I said, well, treaty signing, six Big Bear. Mekwa. That's where I want to bring in these cultural events. We'll have everything in there. But until then, right now, we're forming. I'm forming. I don't know what my opportunities are yet, but I also always want to paint. That's what I'm going to do. That's how I heal.
Yeah.
And especially like you asked me, what changed my ways, what made me it. I hit the crossroads. My art was selling itself, but I wasn't getting anywhere other than putting food on the table. Every art deal was providing for my food, looking after my kids, sending money. She said I was being the father that I am, providing. Kanutsu my instead sak nisim sak ganikaw ganutawi. They see the difference. Nananas when tatogis ka when I go see mama, I go give her a hug. Sakit kawi because the choice I was given to change my life around was the biggest choice I ever made. If I kept going the other way, I wouldn't be here. I would have terrorized a lot of myself to the others, and that's not the way of life I wanted to live. So today, Nanashkuman, it took hard. It's like everybody looked at me from the past, with the past, and meanwhile, I tried overlooking everything. So today, Nanashkuman, I overlooked everything. I don't care. Even the cops say, "Hey, Kimberly," and I'm like, "Hey, Tancha," they come talk to me. They seem to change. And I was like, holy, I was grateful. Usually it's Kim, come here, you're in the arrest. But no.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We're on coffee talk here. I should be professional, but we're res done.
Just got to be yourself, Just got to be yourself, and then, like, things will flow easier. You know what I mean?
Way.
Things flow, like, and then, like, let's kind of change it up here real quick. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Like we went with Tim. Do you guys want to ask him any questions? Because, like, he's got a lot to say,
Yeah.
Dude,
Good.
Say it's good. I'm listening. I'm taking it
Yes,
all in.
better. I don't know how to categorize conversations, because he's been if we're in social scene in Munyana, then we have to act civil. But acting civil is still plays a major role in our community.
Yeah, because like you want to lead by example, right?
Yes.
You want to lead by example. You want to act civil, so you want to keep the profanity out and stuff like that, right?
And it's helping me too, thinking like that, because that's what people, I expect you to be to your best. It's like me, eh?
Yeah.
And kind of showing up in community on every day.
Okay, I got something here, boys. So lately, me personally, I've been trying to juggle work, trying to juggle family, trying to juggle culture. And actually, I've been doing it. So what do you guys think about that? For me, actually, I prioritize mine, right? So I go family, culture, then work. I don't know if I should put it that way, but that's for me, right? Because family is important to me.
Yeah.
So their needs come before anybody else's needs.
Yes.
That's what I think, right? So yeah, what do you guys think about that? How would you guys go upon like it? I know it gets hard, not just for us, but everybody out there.
Well,
there's a lot of juggling that people need to do, right, in life. Yeah.
Well, what you're doing is you're on your own pace, and as long as you're doing that, you know that too, right?
Yeah.
But overall, is like how we look at the situation like that is you got to keep going better. As you explained, family first.
Yes.
These sticks, our propaganda, our protocol, and especially the way Kapetute, putting, like, if I see you, I already know what your purpose is. Baby Chitash, when you come to the community and help, and especially before you come to work, you're working on it at the home, waking up.
Yeah.
So I guess when you're talking about, don't mean to cut you off there, but when you're talking about that priorities, a lot of us seem to have to grow up real quick, especially when you're young, right? You're in a young setting, you're going to school. For like myself, my experience is I had to grow up quick. I was one of those first kids that had a baby, right? And then 17 years old, having a baby, and then my dad was in council at that time, right? And I know they didn't pay a lot, He used to show me all his bills, like, look at this. There's 5 of you boys. And there's this, there's this, there's this, there's this. How do you expect me to, like, one time he paid for my child's Pampers and milk, and I felt bad about that, So I was going to school. While my son's mother was at home. She didn't want to go to school. She was getting teased a lot, right, in school, this and that. It was probably hard for her in that setting, especially now growing up in Onion Lake and coming out to Onion Lake. And then it was just me, I was ready for it. My mom prepared me for it. But I had to get a job right away. It wasn't providing going to school. So I had to start working at a fast food place. And then the thought, hey, I'm gonna get my tickets. And then I jumped into the oil field. And I've been in the oil field half my life. Like I'm 39 now.
Yeah.
And I know everything from seismic, right? Looking for the oil
Yeah.
to going and drilling for the oil. I worked in drilling companies. That was my first job.
Oh.
17, I was kind of underage working, right?
Yeah.
And then I did that for a long time. And it even took me away from the community. And then I would come back, I would work on service rigs and just filling in. And I was out in Muscatcheese out there, and man, out there, it's just different. It's so different back then. I felt like they were 5 years ahead, and it wasn't like grounded out here, like family. It was more of like this, like Wetaskiwin's right there, Ponoka's right there, Edmonton's right there. So everything's at arm's reach, right?
Mhm.
So they're fast paced, you know,
Yeah.
and I kind of just stayed in my own lane, you know what I mean? But when I'm talking about priorities, yeah, I wanted to provide all the time. And I always found myself like just kind of mixed up in my head with what I was doing. Even just in the past year, like, you know, I've been working up here. I'm probably one of the longest serving members for Onion Lake Well Servicing, right?
Yep.
I started there and I had the experience, and they even reached out to me. I
Yeah.
went from Beretta. I went from TNT oil field out in Marwayne. Then I got recruited to Beretta, and then Beretta got slow. And then I went to Onion Lake Well Servicing. And then I worked my way up fast because
Mhm.
I found people that let me work. I
Yeah.
was like right on the ground. I was like, I'm doing this. I got this done. What next? They're like, oh man, like he really wants to work. He wants to get up here. So I got on the floor and I got really, really quick with it because I'm good with my hands. I
Yeah.
got good
Yeah.
manual
Yeah.
dexterity. And I just kept working and providing for my family, putting everyone first. And somewhere down the line, I just forgot about myself. I started caring about myself lately in the past
Yeah.
3-4 years. I started putting myself first, and I felt conflicted because I was always working for the oil field, helping the Munyawak extract minerals, resources at such an efficient rate from our homeland up here.
Mhm.
And I always told myself, well, I got balance. I put food in the fridge. I have shelter. There's clothes on my kids' back. But I felt like I needed to give back. And that's why I took a change in my job, right? That's
Yeah.
why I'm working in wellness now to
Yeah.
give back, to help our people. Because we're all affected by this. You know, we're all affected by men's mental health. We're affected by addictions, even if it's in our families, right? We're all
Mhm. It affects
affected.
us all.
So
Yeah.
somewhere in this, I'm finding my journey, and
Yep.
it's purpose for me.
Oh, man, that's
Hey,
awesome.
Yep, that is right. Yeah.
I think that like when you started talking about addictions and mental health and all that, I think you think that it's probably, well, I believe the root cause of everything is all from intergenerational trauma.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's
Yes,
where it all
yeah,
comes from.
Yeah.
right?
In a way, yeah.
When you're talking about priorities
Yeah.
and what you prioritize, like for myself, it's like a goal. Like I have a goal right now to get to this,
Uh-huh.
and then this is my short-term goal.
Yeah.
So when I'm done this one, and then I figure out what my next goal is, and then my next goal. I don't want to look too far ahead, because when you look too far ahead, then you kind of start to weigh yourself down, or you know what I mean. So you beat yourself up before you even get to your goal. So it's
Yeah.
just like a small step at a time, and
Yes,
eventually,
Well, that's
yes,
eventually you get
that's
there,
good
right?
because us as men, you know, we're not like the woman. We're not multitaskers. You give us one job, we'll get it done.
Sometimes
right?
you don't even get that one job, right? Sometimes you don't even get
give
that
us-
one job.
you give us
I'll
one
get
job,
to
we'll
it
do
6 months later. It's
Yeah.
still there. eh?
Yeah.
I always joke around with my partner now, and you know, even little things where I'm on
Yeah.
my phone and I'm talking to the boss, or I'm doing this, and she's talking of like, baby, I can't do that. I'm like, I'll just please, I gotta get this done.
Yeah.
We butt heads now and then, but we're
Yeah.
perfect for each other, you know.
Yes,
Wow.
that's awesome, brother. I seen the change, brother.
Yeah.
And so yeah. So right now, look at what I do. This is what I'm going to be doing, bringing in community. I want to bring talent. I want to bring it all out, especially this. It made me think, holding on to this.
Yeah.
What we're capable of.
Yeah.
We can distribute our own.
Yeah.
We can be self. It's like we're hitting self-government pretty soon. We're going to be needing food, so we got to get on a farm agriculture for that. But right now, the identity, we need to bring out our artists, the tourism side. This is what the community needs. We don't need a new council to represent the next 4 years. We need a council to represent our whole lifetime. And there's a big difference. If I can get that going, just imagine how this prosperity is going to be. Community is going to, everything included, like from cultural activities to programs to wellness. That's what I want to bring into the community. None of these wellness centers, ICFS, everything is all apart, but we're still informed. But we need to bring one big building. Maybe, Chacham, you guys get my perception.
Oh yeah,
right?
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for sure, man.
Something I want to be a part of.
Yep.
I definitely want to be a part of that.
And so my next goal is I want to sit down with my classmates and discuss what potential we can have for the community.
Sure.
And everything that you're doing, it's not only doing anything personally for yourself. I mean, it is for personal,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you're opening an avenue, not only
Yes.
for
Yes.
everybody here, but for this community,
Yes.
surrounding communities. Like
Yep.
this might be the only avenue coming from
Yep.
here,
Mhm.
right? When this is full set in motion, all your,
Yep.
T's are crossed and I's are dotted and everything, and then you're moving forward, right? This
Yes.
avenue right here could be for people,
Yes.
not only of this
Yeah.
nation, surrounding communities could
come-
use this avenue and
Yes,
move
and
forward with
that's what
their.
the tourism sites for. Because based on museum, right, and our arts and skills, everything is like.
Even being out in Mother Nature, I bet that
Yes.
helps you, eh?
Oh, the
You're talking about ADHD and having
Yes.
that. Being out in Mother
Yeah.
Nature definitely helps that. I know that from
Yes,
my own experience. right?
brother.
And I think that's what done it for me, and always being able to be resilient up there and being out in. No, I've been everywhere. I've been
Yeah.
Alberta, BC, Northwest Territories, Manitoba,
Yeah.
working on the rigs, working and moving rigs around, and
Yeah.
I always was able to put myself out there and go where no one's been before. And not saying no one's been there, but I
Yeah.
just felt like I'm up over here. I'm like way up in the 17 kilometers by Northwest Territories. It's like minus 49 with a 52 wind chill. I'm standing up in the derrick. Like, what am I doing here?
Yes.
And it's because I can do this. I could do this. And, I just put one foot forward and just keep going, And Mother
Yeah.
Nature has always helped me,
Yeah.
especially transitioning from right now the oil field to wellness and being able to be a part of the
Yeah.
community, helping out at feasts, helping out at the funerals, being a Scopios,
Uh-huh.
helping out set up bear camp,
Yeah.
Canoxy. It's different, It allows me to give back in a way where it's good. It's like a
It
good
is,
purpose
yep.
for me,
It's right intention, brother.
Yeah.
Yes. And Oscar Munn. Yeah.
And I know, Randall, you've made your transition, but you're walking your good path now. I listened to you speak around the community. I've tuned in, and I've got much respect for your stories.
And I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm just trying to share my story with others to help them on their journeys also, right? Because a lot of people, I want to say, they're lost. They're lost, no identity right now, and that's what we're trying to look for them,
Yeah.
to help them on their journey, to help find their identity.
Yeah.
These I like to call them lessons along my way. I like to call them lessons, and it's up to you if you want to learn from them or keep going upon what you're doing, right?
Mhm.
And from my perspective, I learn from my lessons, and I'm trying
Yeah.
to better myself. So I'm still working on myself to this day.
I seen that.
Yeah,
brother.
I'm still trying to work on myself. It's never ending, man. It's like right
Boy.
till the day you die, you're working on yourself
Yeah,
every
Brother,
day.
you
You're
were-
learning
You
something
were
new.
struggling for a while,
Oh,
there,
yeah.
bro. Remember?
Yeah,
You even told us right in front of when we were. Where were we going to Fort Pitt 2 years ago?
yeah.
And then recently I spoke with you. You were going through it like I wasn't worried for you, bro. I was just like looking at you like even though you're employed in wellness.
Yeah, you know what? I put my faith in the
Yes.
Mamo Tawi Mo.
Yeah.
Nigan.
And I seen
That's
that,
where
bro.
my faith is right there.
Same here,
Yeah.
bro.
So I give everything to him.
I was like, why are you going to quit a good paying job? And that's what I was going to say. Is like, but then I was like, well, you worked here long enough. How many years you worked there? You picked up enough support for your own.
Yeah.
And then,
You know, even though I'm not working there,
yeah.
I still like to try to help people.
Yes.
Right? Because
yes.
somebody picked me up,
Yes.
and I'm just trying to pay it forward.
I seen that, bro. It's like,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's got to help other people.
when
We got to
you-
help each other.
When you quit wellness, I was like, where is he going then? And you don't say nothing. I said, well, we'll find him where he's going. Then a week later, the 7th gen came out. I know, well, he wants to be on the ciao.
You know what? When I first started, they threw me under the bus and threw me right on the mic right away. And I'm just sitting there listening. What's going on here?
Yeah, but right
We
on,
always
right
got
on.
to do that intro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to me, like, it proved to me that because I was worried, bro. I was like, he's not gonna go back into his addictions. I hope he doesn't deter that way if he's gonna find other employment.
Mm-hmm.
That way, bro. I was really wondering what
Yeah,
you.
but you know what? I'm strong enough
Yes,
because
I see that
because
bro.
of my, you know why?
Yeah,
Because of my culture.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what makes me strong.
that's what I was
Makes
like,
my mind strong. It makes my spirit strong.
and that's what I was thinking,
And,
bro.
yeah.
What did you like? Where did you turn it around? What happened? And there's like,
Well, time for your story.
Oh, all right.
yeah, bro.
Oh,
Because, bro, you give me an identity. You give
That was
me
the
the
question.
purpose.
well, it all started 5 years ago.
Oos.
Before
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I went to a ceremony here. I went to a ceremony there. Not really
Yeah.
into it.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't really. I wasn't into it.
You're letting things bother you, bro. When
Yeah.
I
Oh
seen
well,
you,
you know, my mind was all over the place. Right?
Yes.
I didn't really care for it until one day I went to a Sundance here in Onion Lake. I helped set it up. It was a lot of work. I was tired. I was laying there. I was sitting in the lodge, listening to the sing. Let's listen to him sing and blow the whistles and all that. My uncle came up to me and he said, "Let's go. I got to print tobacco for you. I'm going to get you prayed for. You're going to be in Oscapios." So from then on, he put me. I started work from right there. That's where I found that love, I guess.
Yes.
That love for
Yeah.
the ceremonies, and from there, then it's history, man. I still keep doing it to this day because
Yes.
I love what I do. I love to help the people that way because I know it helps.
Thank you, brother.
And
Yeah.
that's where like you get your change, yourself, your pride, your ability
Yes.
to keep going is from feeling that you have that sense of accomplishment from Paguite Wichitaswin for the people, right? The Uskapeo Suin, right? That's where you would get all that from. And then that's like because everybody has a story, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, my story would be, you know what? When I seen him, when I bumped into him,
Yeah.
and I was like just kind of turning my life around. He was actually one of biggest. What's the word I'm trying to find here?
Biggest influence.
Influence, yeah. Biggest influence because I remember telling him, I said, "I want what you got." He said, "Don't say that," and I was like, "No, I mean the sobriety, right?" Because I seen the change that he went through. And I wanted that change, right? So he influenced me a lot, thanks, Randall.
You did.
Then
Yeah.
there's a lot of other help and supports that I've went through, like residence and recovery, you know what I mean? Like to the wellness center where you went, right? Like all of those, and then talking as much as I could. And for me, like the grounding that I did was like I would walk through the forest, right? I was walk through the trees, touch the trees, think about what I wanted to think about, and get that stuff off my chest that way, right? Like everybody's got a different angle on it, on what they do to ground themselves, what they do to get things off their chest. A lot of people will talk, Some people will write, some people will draw, some people will compose music,
Yeah.
you know, like all sorts of things, right? And it's a matter of taking what you have, building something out of it, creating an avenue that will help other people,
Yeah.
giving back that
The
way, I
prayer,
think is
the
a good
prayer.
thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, that's something that I wanted to say is, you know, like when I turned around and I wanted to keep going and then immediately wanted to start giving back, right?
Yes. Yes.
Even though I'm not fully 100%, you know, figured my stuff out yet, I'm still like contributing
their
here and
way.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same
That's
here.
why I say it's a lifelong process.
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah,
it
nobody's
is.
gonna
Yeah.
be fully healed, right?
But-
There's no perfect
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
But what you said there too, I wanted to emphasize on that. You said something that means a lot to me. It's putting the creator first.
Right.
Yes.
You know, that's one thing that's helped me.
Yeah.
And it's not just like he's first, you're first too.
Mhm.
It takes
Yeah.
a lot for a man to, not just a man, anyone to figure it out. Like, what am I doing wrong? To look inward is one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
agree.
It's like for me,
Yeah.
what keeps me grounded is waking up, getting a drink of water, using the washroom, washing my face, putting water over my head. You know, my mom taught me that water heals, right?
Yeah.
Getting a drink, water over my head, and then first thing I go to that smudge, I put it down, and I have a
Hey.
conversation
Mhm.
about my night. Thankful for all my senses, thankful for the roof,
Yeah.
clothes,
Yeah.
thankful for the heat that's blowing in my house,
Mhm.
and all my children. And then it's the same thing when I go to rest at night, right before I rest. And I always get that thought, and I used to ignore it. I used to ignore my higher self speaking, like, hey, you didn't smudge. And I'm like, oh, I'm good. But now
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't ignore it. I listen to my spirit and I just say,
Yeah.
hey, get up,
Yes.
put your phone down, go there
Yep.
right away. And that keeps me grounded.
Awesome, man.
That teaches
Beautiful.
us. Yeah. I do that too, brother. The prayer.
You know, like when you said that, listen to your spirit, you know, one thing that caught my attention on what made me believe that I have a spirit, because I didn't think of it much of it back when I was like in my younger years, but this was just recent.
Yeah.
I want to go back to maybe 3 years or something like that, right? And it was like in the process of when I wanted to change to where I am now. It's been 2018 is when I really wanted to change my life around, right? But I mean, everybody, it's a struggle at first. It's a struggle. It's a battle, but
Biggest-
then you know, eventually you get
Yeah.
what you need to learn and need to know, and then you change your life around, right?
Yeah.
So this is about 3 years ago, and then I was reading something or looking at something and watching. I think it was one of those videos on YouTube on TED Talks.
Yeah, those
It
are
was and it was something about you think you don't have a spirit, you know, do this, you know, you
Yeah.
stop, and then you just without using your voice, you answer a question, right?
Yes.
You know, you answer the question, what is the date today? You know, and then in your ears, in your head, you hear yourself say,
yeah.
today is this date, right? Like what's today's date? The 27th? Let's see.
Where's my phone?
27th. Yeah. Today is October
Yeah.
27th. You know, you say it out loud right now.
Yeah.
Today is October 27th. And then you ask yourself, without using your voice, answer this. What is today's date?
Yeah.
You
that's-
hear it in your head.
Yeah.
That right there is like, that's what really opened my
Mhm.
mind and my eyes and my
Yeah.
thoughts to having that spirit. Because like you can hear a voice, but you don't hear yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You're right, brother.
Just now that you're talking about that, I just brought that up the other day with my kids.
Oh, did you?
I brought that up, and we were all sitting there, and you know they were going through their things. I got my kids, and then my
Yeah.
girlfriend's kids, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all together, there's 12 kids,
Ooh.
right? She's got 6, I got 6, but one of them isn't living at my house, and that's my oldest son.
Yeah.
He's 20. He's gonna be 22 on the 1st.
Hey, yeah.
And then my other one's 17. Kobe, he's in Edmonton right now with his mom. He just
Yeah.
went on a trip out there. He was going to speak on Nate speak at the NATE campus. Just more opportunities over there for me.
Yeah.
But anyways, my
Ooh.
kids were arguing. They're going through each other and they're looking at each other. And I was like, "Hey, you guys, calm down." And like, I was telling them to do something, right? And they weren't doing it. And I was speaking to them about their spirit. And I was like, "You got to listen to your good voice." And they were asking about it, like, "Well, what's that?" And I was like, "Your spirit. You got to listen to your spirit."
Yeah.
And I sat them down and I said, "You don't know what your spirit is? Just sit there. All of you, just sit there real quick. And don't say this, but on a count of 3, tell me you love me, but don't say it. Just say, 'I love you, Dad,' inside your head." So 1, 2, 3, and they were silent. And I saw a little smirk. And I said, "You
Man.
see that? You see that voice in your head? That's your spirit. That's your voice. That's your
Right.
higher self."
Man, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah,
We gotta,
brother.
100%.
we gotta
Sure.
speak that to our kids, about
Yeah.
following their spirit, following
Mhm.
it, right?
Yeah.
That's important.
Well, it's good though. Instead of, because usually we get yelled at if we're scrambling or anything. Punagam sikya.
And life's fast, man. These
Yeah.
kids are they're all into their phones. They're doing this.
That's a big distraction,
man. Yeah,
Like
it
Yeah.
the
is.
phone, like it's good to have for communication,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but as soon as they get into that distraction, like and then it'll be like here's an example. Me the other day at something that we were having over here, and then I was sending out communication texting, right? And then I got asked, "What do you think, Brian?" And I'm like, "Okay, what are we talking about?" And it was just like, like it's a distraction, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was work wise, but it still distracted me. You know
What
what
do
I
you
mean?
think?
Especially when he's talking and we're trying to go to this one place while Crew's right by it.
Yeah.
Wasn't I supposed to go there?
Yeah,
Why
he
didn't you
knows.
tell me?
He knows what I'm
they're
talking
like, "How
about.
do we even get here?
Yeah.
How do we get here?"
Yeah.
That's something that they say that I heard someone talk about this before. About time travel, and he's like, "That's time travel." I was like, "What?" When you're here, and then we go there. And I think about my dad a lot, right? Because when we get to talking in a vehicle, we'll be talking and talking. All of a sudden, we're in Lloyd, and I'm like, "Holy shit! How did we get here?"
Yeah.
Someone- I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
Holy man, how'd we get here?
Yeah.
And I think about that. That's time travel. You just lose track of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time, relativity, right? That's the only thing that makes things relative.
Yeah.
If it wasn't here, then
Yeah.
how would we know that we're in existence for right now, right?
Well, I got here and you're speaking on the phone and everything. I was thinking about what could I talk about? I'm just down here thinking, what could I talk about? And then something Fraser said, he said, "Man, just get out there and just talk. It'll
Just-
all come to you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
just
had
be
a little
open,
bit of
just
stage
be
fright
real,
for
right?
sure, but
Yeah.
being here is good. It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Can I share something real
Yeah.
quick?
Go.
Well, we went on this men's camp with the.
Yeah. Couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
Donald was gonna be there.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't, 'cause-
EBG.
Yeah, EBG. I didn't know he was gonna be there. So
Right here.
yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Shout out.
We were getting ready for to head out, and he came in that evening before, but I didn't speak with him. I just, "Hey, brother, thanks." And they were
Uh-huh.
all busy. So it's like they rolled up in the morning. Again, I didn't find a partner, and I wasn't gonna hang out right with you. It didn't really matter to me because eventually I'll get thrown in somewhere.
Yeah.
So EBG rolls up, looks at me, "Kimberly," and it's like, oh, he right away went like this.
Yeah.
"You're coming with me. I have to go get my side by side."
Yes.
It's like, well, they're all going, bro. Except we Kesco, we went back to the reserve, one got his trailer side by side. On our way back,
Uh-huh.
on our way back, he told me what he was gonna do. I said, "All right, you be prepared. When I call, you start recording." So I did.
Yeah.
But I deja vu'd. I deja vu'd when that moose rolled out of the bushes.
Yeah.
And I knew what was going to happen.
You were in the right place at the right
Right,
time.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then
You knew.
and then when I put out my video, and it was Donald, that person I deja vu'd was sitting in the truck after he knocked it down. She, "I told you, Kim. One shot, headshot. What did I tell you?
Yeah.
I believe you, brother. I believe you." And then ask him,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to tell him I deja vu.
Yeah.
For real, I was like, I want to tell these guys they're all standing around the moose, and I'm like, nah. So I kept it to myself, and then we were talking about after we dragged that moose, after we harvested it, and I looked at Donald. I was like, Donald, I want to say something, but I'll wait. No, just wait. I'll come visit you.
Yeah.
I deja vu'd in class 2 days in a row, and I was like, I didn't want to tell my classmates.
Yeah.
So I'm in the right track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I heard too.
Yeah.
You have those deja vus, and sometimes you just, when you're aware of it, you just don't want to say nothing. You want to let it keep
Yeah.
happening, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, what's
It
know?
got to a point where I didn't want to say anything. I was like, I'm gonna keep this to myself. See if it's going. See if I'm on the right path. Sure enough, I deja vu 2 more times in class.
Yeah.
And so it's in a nice come on where I'm at today. I'm grateful you guys asked me to come sit down. And I'm really, really looking forward to November 3rd. Oh, that's where I'm going to write it out. I'm going to write out my story, what happened and how it happened and what led to this it changed my life around.
Yeah.
And I still suffer today. And PTSD is a very,
Real.
yes. And I'm more scared at than the way I was, it's like, but today, especially having this talk, especially because we need to discuss things like this, especially men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like me in the community, I go out every day with a smile because nobody knew where I went. And I'm so grateful I'm here every day. Every day I see the Kiskapi Sim, Wasagatit. I always look up every night, every morning I step out. As soon as I wake up, I don't put on my coat. I just go see what kind of air I'm going to deal with today. Breathe it in, look at the trees and listen to the trees. Of course, I go back in. And then I go with my day. And like you said, brother, yes, refreshing. And that's why I went through it. I needed that 1 week with the men's camp.
Yeah.
Oh,
Really helped.
Yes,
Really helped
I
you be
helped
out
out
there.
harvest. I helped out. I didn't argue with anybody, because that's not me anymore. And I want to sit down and talk to people. In fact, I was one of the last ones every night, putting the fire, making sure everybody's in bed, and I'm up making coffee for the boys. And I didn't pick who I was going to ride with. I ended up with Shireen and his brother on the first 2 days, and then Donnie B, Kimberly.
Yeah.
So we did a program. We did that, and that's what he told me. Kim, help these guys out. So I got the boys together, and this is what I made. And I painted a couple of them. I didn't have the proper brushes at the time, so I painted. I compromised with my paintbrush.
Yeah.
Like I read the Mogik, and I told him, this is me. This is how me doing this. I feel good. This is what I want you guys to feel too. So, it's an accomplishment, even though just a little structure, but it teaches you how to cut, how to.
Patience.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
and I have a lot of patience.
Yeah.
And today I'm grateful I'm in this program. Oh, I want to help my team. We're getting a team together. We're forming. I'm not going to close the gap on my crew. I'm going to leave it open who wants to join our team. There's 4 of us right now. But with the 4, that's strong.
Yeah.
2 is good, but 4 is strong. And I got 2 females and 2 males in this project. But today, and then ask them when you guys are bringing up the horizon.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got to sit down and talk with all my. Yeah.
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 Brother.
Yeah.
Brother. Hitstones.
One thing I wanted to bring up about when you're talking about the mental health there and doing the work, right?
Yeah.
And for myself too, I used to think about, how do I start doing this? I felt it was a little bit selfish because I've always been the man to put everyone first, right?
Yes.
Everybody first. I always felt like if I don't do it, who else is going to do it, right? And once I started putting myself first and loving myself and really putting the creator first, because I didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
So I started with prayer. I started with trying to get connected with my grassroots traditions, my culture, right? And once I started doing that and doing the work and trying to become a better person every day, because it's a process. I'm not perfect,
Yeah.
but I try to be better than myself yesterday, every
Yes,
day. And I'm
every
still
day.
fixing things, even with my kids and how I talk to them, how I do little things with my partner, and how I treat myself. I'm still finding ways. And one of the most beautiful things I think about is when you do the work, you attract like-minded people.
Right?
Yes.
Right? You
Right.
attract
Nice.
like-minded people. And
Okay,
Yes.
you are a product of your environment.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you hang out with people that want to party,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
right.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
party,
you're
right?
gonna-
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like somebody told me once here, you know what? If you're gonna go hang out at the barber shop, eventually you're gonna get a haircut. Right?
Yeah.
And that's my mentor that told me that stuff. You know
The
what I mean?
cellophane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were mentioning on as you were turning your life around. Remember when at the beginning of the stage,
Yeah.
we want to see results. We want people to acknowledge that, but they don't know what we're going through.
No.
Especially when you're in your own time, when you decided to change it around.
Yeah.
The first 2 days, the first 3 days, you're going through withdrawals. But besides the withdrawals, is as you progress, as you go in your next few miles, and you go, it gets to a point where, like me and you at the poker tournament, when he asked me, he said, "No, bro, I don't." And and I was going through that struggle. I was fighting it.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I was like learning from it. So they got the best of me. So I ran out of medication that day, and
Yeah.
and
But
I didn't
that's-
want to call ambulance to give me that medication. So I whipped out. I went to see my brother. I said, "Hey, give me one of your firecrackers."
Yeah.
And the first thing he said, "Nah." And then zoom, I went off and did my hood.
But that's it, right?
Yeah,
Like the first
that's
little
where-
bit is always like it's the struggle of getting off of it and then like
Yeah.
learning to live
Yeah.
off of it, right? And but it gets easier after time. I
Yeah.
think that's what you were saying,
It does
right?
get easier. It
Yeah.
really gets easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you start putting yourself first. And for me, I'll tell you how it worked for me. And we're talking about the creator. And
Yeah.
I have conversations every day
Yes.
with them. You know, when I sit down and I light that smudge, it's not asking for anything. It's just a conversation.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's how grateful I am for everything. And when I said I wanted to get rid of addictions, when I wanted to get rid of, being judgmental, when I wanted to get rid of just playing games, get rid of overstimulation,
Yeah.
mindless, like meaningless videos, scrolling, stuff like that. When I wanted to get rid of it, I had a plan and I talked about it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to give an offering here. And the offering was just tobacco.
Yeah.
I just broke the cigarette right onto my rocks there where I put my smudge. And I had a conversation and I said, you know what? This is my offering. But it was a long talk. But a quick summary
Mhm.
was I'm giving this offering back. I found this rock. This rock was I found it somewhere and it's the perfect rock. It's for my smudge.
Yep.
And I said, if this comes into my life and you guide me and keep showing up for me with, little things, with animals, seeing Mother Nature, if you keep showing up and showing me, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this and this. And here's my offering. And that's the thing too. You could only do so much. You got to be able to do the work. You have to do the work. It can't just come to you. And it's easy to get sidetracked. There's, the energies are everywhere. The energies are everywhere that could pull you down. It's not just yourself. It's everyone around you too. And you feel everybody's energies, It's a good thing to be aware of yourself.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, to look inwards and try to figure out stuff,
Mhm.
Even being here,
And to be real about
to
it.
be here, taking that first step, to be vulnerable, allowing myself to speak. It's tough. You know, it's really tough.
It is, man.
And I know I haven't said my story. That'll be for another episode,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? But I wanted to
Yeah.
sit here and
It's good.
like talk about the art, and
Thank
I
you.
respect that.
Yes.
Yeah, like a lot of people think like it's intimidating to step in here, sit down, talking to the microphone with a headset on. But like after a little bit, you understand it's just a conversation amongst
Yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
It's just a conversation amongst us, just being mindful of, like who's out there on the airwaves and who's going to be listening, right?
And
Yeah.
it gets stronger. It gets better. It's
Yeah.
just
It does, man.
one conversation at a time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Después,
If you can get one person to listen to what we have to say today, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
help
but-
one person today, that is a lot. You
Yes.
help them, like, you know what I mean? It'll
Yes.
snowball. It'll start
Yes.
snowballing. Others will start helping others.
Yes.
Right? I see that
That's
happening.
right.
Yeah. And also another thing I want to share is EBG. He's seen the potential in me from a long time ago. He looked up to me. And then after we were done the men's camp, when we were breaking camp, he gave me all his equipment. He
Yeah.
said, here, take it, utilize it. And my first instinct was, I know what to do with it, but why are you giving it to me?
Yeah.
I said, no. And then I realized, okay, yeah. I grabbed it. I hugged it because that is my way of life.
It was a gift, Vichigush.
Yeah. He gave me how can we say he regenerated my hope because I was more fixated on murals and that painting, but I thought about it when I was making this. I was like, I knew what it is.
Yeah.
I want to teach. I want to bring a community. I want to have a building where I can bring our cultural events back together. We need
Yeah.
a big building like the band office.
For sure.
And if we're going to have that kind of revenue, we have resources. Maybe we should take maybe $10, $20 out of every PCD person that gets what we get our payments. Take a 20 out of it.
I think that's a whole different topic. Let's not get into that stuff. But like we're just
Yeah,
keeping
okay,
just
yeah.
keep it real with our stories right
Yeah.
now, right? And like
But-
our little conversation here. But yeah, like in the future, I think that the way you're going it's a good way. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
with your
true.
art and your everything.
Yeah.
One thing that shined that I noticed
Yeah.
is your spirit was real proud
Yeah.
just a while ago when you were
Yeah.
talking about being out there.
Right.
Yes.
Mother Nature. I think
Yeah.
I
Thank
think
you,
that,
brother.
I think
Thank
that
you.
I think that like you being out there and then like doing your crafts, you can incorporate that in some
Yes.
areas, different areas to go out there
Yep.
and do different things with Mother Nature.
Yes.
And it's good to be out there, it's where we belong. It's where we
Yes.
come
That's-
from.
That's where the brainstorming starts,
Yeah.
and then you could
Yeah,
go to
that's
like
why. That's why I'm
That's-
like really looking forward to my class this morning because they already probably on the air, but that's why I want to talk to my classmates. I want to form a foundation with them because we're from the community here. We're not going to finish this program and then Aspini goes to Germany to go start a career. I want to do
Nah,
it right here.
Yeah.
give back first,
Yeah,
right?
give
Yeah.
back. Oh no, it's all going to be given back because in the long run, my kids, my family, my relatives, our relatives are all going to come to that.
Yeah.
I don't need to get paid off. I want to bring something for the community, give back,
It's good.
and let it, and it'll generate itself.
Yeah.
It will too. Yeah.
Let's look at these. I think the last comment right there,
Nephew. No.
Which one's that?
Kendall
Hey.
Chief. I want Randall to do a moose call. He says, "Hey, Kendall, good morning. I want to say good morning. Shout out to Kendall Chief. Sending a comment in. Ivy McCool. Manitou guides us. So good to hear your stories. Good choices, man. Sonia Waskowicz Cardinal. Meant to be there, Asa. Karen McDonald, proud of you, brother. Glad to have you back. Marie, I love that my uncle Randall is an inspiration to many others, especially me. Daniel Mountain, I idolized you guys, like AJ, aka Doctor. Waverly Cook gave me the shivers. Your spirit was called back. Proud of you all. Monica Waskowicz, hi, Uncle Kim.
Hello, Marco. I love you.
And then Deborah, Waski, Leah, Deb. For me, my first priority is Chichim's. This is when we were on the priorities.
Oh yeah.
Their needs always come first. Kids are adults, and I come last. Everything has to do with me comes last. This has been a hard year for myself. Mental health is wearing thin. So that's where like mental health like is a really big thing, and it does affect not only young, it affects like people of all ages, youth, adolescents, adult, and elderly. It's not only us, our age group, or the kids below us. It's everybody has something mental health related that bothers them, right?
Yeah.
So I think we'll stop that there, and we'll continue this conversation next week.
Yep.
I think we're all going to be back in here next week, right? Is that true, Kim? Are you coming back next week?
Of course.
Let me
Share
see.
my story. Hey, people are going to want to hear it. Only my family heard.
I think this is a preview to November 3rd.
Was it?
Right?
Yep.
So November 3rd, you'll be able to
I'm
share,
gonna write my
get a
story
little
down.
more in depth, right?
Break
Write it down,
to the
key
short.
points of what you want, and you
Yep.
know, like key points of what you want for next year, right?
Yes.
Or I mean,
Yes.
for November 3rd.
Well,
Ron, Brian, Randall, Tyler, and Tyler.
so you
Brian,
guys think of my shirt?
I had some ideas.
Brian,
too,
Randall,
but,
Tyler,
like,
and Tyler.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
oh yeah,
meeting.
it's good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's some of your artwork. You know, like for those of you that don't know, Kim's actually wearing his artwork right now on his shirt. If you guys want to have a look, let them see it. Kim, show off your shoulders there. You know, yeah, you don't gotta flex.
You have
Hey.
somebody there that wants to join next week, there, Brian.
What?
Somebody wants to join next week.
Where Sonia Waskowicz Cardinal wants to join next week.
Oh, me.
We will, if you can get in touch with,
Fraser. No?
yeah, you know what?
Messing around or what?
Oh, I think that was just
Thank you,
LMAO
Mary.
thing. But if anybody wants a topic to talk about, like get in touch with myself, get in touch with Mitch Lewis, get in touch with Fraser,
Yep.
Serena Turner. We could probably all kick it up to the right person and
One of the things you were talking about, you mentioned for a little bit there, and I think it's really important. It's part of where we come from, the 60s scoop.
Yep.
And breaking cycles.
Yep.
A lot of us men, like this creates a platform that's really important to talk about, because there's a lot of silence in not just our community, but all over Turtle Island.
Yep.
Yes, and it really creates a space. Like that's why I really respect this podcast, because it gives you a place where you can be vulnerable and talk about this stuff.
You know, it's like when Fraser approached me, I was like, he's kind of skeptical. It's like, what's, you know, the reactions of my own intentions of what, then like you guys know, overlooked everything. I was like, no, I'm going to do this because I want not only for my own benefit, but for the community. Because, you know, I want to bring back people to my life.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's, I want to give back, and yes, I'm grateful.
But it is too, the 7th generation, you know, it ends here. We don't want to pass this stuff off to our kids, right?
And I don't really want to discuss it, but is our survivors that went through the residential school, the cycle, they never broke it. We're the ones that are going to break it.
Yep.
And that's what we're doing right now, because the 60s scoops, not the 60s, but let's say the descendants of the survivors, we survived more than what they did. We got the brunt force of it too. Some of us suffered more way than any, you know.
Yeah.
It's like and because they never dealt with it.
No,
Our
Mhm.
parents didn't have the fundamental. They weren't given opportunities like
didn't
we
there,
had.
there was like back then there was no supports, right? There was no
They had no
supports for
programs
them, and
for,
then
especially
but now things are getting developed, and then
all-
people are working
all
through
they
it,
had was
and
that drop in center. What was it? Just to, to go after
just to get their
hobby.
minds off of it, right?
They
Just to
go-
get their minds off of what they were going through. I think
Yeah.
that's the whole idea
And-
behind whatever drop in
And
center that
that's all
was.
we had for them. And look at what we got. We got programs at wellness. We got treatment centers, detox.
And now we're speaking about it.
Yeah.
We are not
Yeah.
afraid to speak about
Yeah.
it.
No,
And then others are going to see this and they're going to want to speak also.
right?
Yes,
This is
and,
gonna help.
Yeah,
And it's-
Using this is going to help.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about. It's not about. I see a lot of this in the community. Men in competition. It's
Yeah,
not about competition. It's about speaking with each other and uplifting each other,
Exactly.
Yeah.
being there for each
Yeah.
other.
Helping each other. Yeah.
And it's like we like to joke around with each other, but some of them jokes are personal.
Yeah.
And that's not a
That's-
a
those
form
are-
of intimidation.
and then
Yeah.
those are the ones that hit the nerve, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
those are like we shouldn't be. But anyways, I'm grateful to see what we got today.
Yeah.
We got
It was a good
program.
topic, man.
Yeah,
it was
man,
good.
for real.
Like we did good.
Mhm.
I think we hit a lot of key points.
yeah,
I wrote down some topics for
Yeah.
the shows coming up here in the future, and I think we'll just kind of wrap it up there. And I just want to say shout out to everybody that joined us today. Thanks for being a part
Yeah.
of this morning's conversation.
Hey, hey.
hey,
We're
for
looking
listening
forward
in, yeah.
to we're looking forward to this weekend, Halloween. It's Spirit Week. Did you guys wear your pajamas here to the band
Not
office?
me,
Nope,
nope,
no.
nope.
My kids
nope.
did. My
Yeah.
kids did.
Did you bring your
Pajama
handgun?
week.
I'm a shapeshifter.
Hey.
Yeah. Turn-
Yeah. It's Spirit Week. But here at the band office, it's pajama day. So if you're going to the band office today, wear your pajamas.
Oh, no wonder. No wonder I seen someone
Hey,
walking
hey,
around.
yeah. And then this weekend, haunted house on Thursday. I think it's 2 till 6 or something like that. Or no. The kids still have school on that
I
day,
think it's
right?
after
Yep.
school, yeah.
So it'll be after school. I think it might be about 4 till 6, 4
So
till
I'm
8.
wondering, are they still gonna bring out those rations or donations, food donations? Last year they did that. I'm wondering if they're still doing that.
I don't know. So let's put that out there in the airwaves right now, right?
Yeah.
Like if you got something to donate, I don't know where you would take it. Maybe kind of if you knew about it last year, maybe kind of get in touch with somebody for donations and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
For you mean like for at the haunted house they were giving away
Yeah,
donations?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did that. They had a big box there, and you just threw it in there, and then
Oh,
went in.
I see.
Just
Yeah.
like anything.
Come
Yeah.
to the
Yeah,
haunted
anything.
house and then bring a can of soup or a
Mhm.
box
Yeah.
of
Oh,
mac
yeah,
and
that's
cheese.
good.
Help out with the
'Cause I
community
remember they
food
did
drive
that
and
last
stuff,
year, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I remember they did that last year.
I
the haunted
see. I
house.
see. Yeah,
They'll do it again then. Yeah.
probably. Yeah, and then the 31st they're having trunk or treat.
Yeah.
Is that what it's
In
called?
the parking lot here, right?
The
at the
parking
arena.
lot. So it's kind of just like a hub of vehicles, just kind of
Oh,
there with just
Yeah.
kind of there with their vehicles there and their candy there. So if people don't have the gas money to go drive around this whole, because our reserve is big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have the gas money, just kind of make your way to the arena, or if you're around the area, go there with your kids. It's for them, right? To have
Yeah.
have the opportunity of getting candies for
Yeah.
themselves, right? So it's just kind of a hub. You just kind of go around the parking lot
yeah.
and grab candies from whoever's there, being a part of that. That's actually a really good idea.
It is.
Sure.
So with that, I think we'll sign off.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say in closing, Randall?
Thank you all for listening and tuning in. Hi, nanaskup
Hey, hey.
Ay, tapos, muestas.
Hi. Okay. Hi. Thank you guys all again. We'll see you again next time. Ahoo.
Right on.